Hey dudes, how's it going? Welcome back to another video. Now, I'm very excited about today's video because I know that it applies to a lot of you. Some of you have told me that you're going through this right now. So today we are talking about how to get over a breakup. Slash just someone, a person, because you don't have to be going out with someone to get over them. So, hopes helps. We're going to do this in two segments, and the first segment, the shorter one, is about being sad, the initial breakup, getting over someone, period. Now, the first thing I'm going to recommend for this is a slightly weird tip, perhaps, but I think this is so crucial, and that is to use eye cream. The reason I say that is because the likelihood is you might be crying quite a lot, and the way that just affects your face and your eyes, like it just makes you look tired. If you look tired, you're probably going to feel worse about yourself. It's just also a sign of self-care. So use eye cream a lot, drink a lot of water, just take care of yourself through the inevitable crying process. Secondly, allow yourself that time just to wallow in it, just to watch Twilight all day and eat ice cream. Let it happen. Give yourself a day, a few days, maybe a week, but then it is time to stop and move on. Before you even enter into this phase of just being mopey, maybe agree with yourself a time limit on how long you're going to have in this phase. Let yourself enjoy it, let yourself wallow, be miserable, and then it's time to move on. Here are some words that you need to hear. I don't know if you need to tell yourself these things or you just need to hear them from me, from someone else. Your ex was not perfect. They are not perfect, they weren't perfect, not perfect. And we're not going to dwell on that phase for too long because we don't want that to be the main emphasis here. We're going to emphasise the picking yourself up stage. So here we go, entering into segment 2. Log out of their social media accounts that are open on your phone. Change any passwords you have on your own devices that your ex knows about, or change the ones which they don't know about but is actually an anniversary date or something, and stop referring to them in your head as the pet name that you used to call them. Just start the detachment process now, because the fact of the matter is you're going to have to do it at some point, so just don't build this up for yourself too long. Start it now. Just give yourself that fresh slate from the off. Here's a big one which I think is really easy for a lot of people to fall into, and that is do not try to provoke a reaction or response from your ex. Now, what I mean by this is if you want to change your profile picture on Facebook or Instagram or wherever, and the real reason you're doing it is because you want your ex to then like it, it's not really a very good reason to do that. It's not a healthy reason. For one thing, you're just going to be over-analysing. Why did they like it? Why didn't they like it? They liked it within 1 hour from posting it. What does that mean? They waited a few days. That's a bit weird. What does that mean? But also, subconsciously, you are training yourself to do behaviours that are dictated by that person and not dictated by yourself. So if you do feel tempted to change your profile picture just to get this other person's approval or to get some kind of response on them from social media or whatever, just have the self-discipline not to do it. Just wait until you can honestly say to yourself, yeah, I'm just doing this for me. Decide what you want to do for yourself. Just ask yourself questions like, what do I want to achieve? Forget about your ex, forget about the person you fancy. They're not in this anymore. This is just about you. What do you want to achieve? What stuff can you do now that you couldn't have before? You've got more time on your hands. Start a new hobby. Maybe you suck at the hobby. Doesn't matter, it's just for you. This is your time to explore you and just fully invest in yourself, in one person. So set yourself stuff that you can be working towards to achieve, because this is kind of a time when you feel maybe a bit like a failure or like the relationship has failed, and in relationships you're kind of working to progress to the next level, to achieve, engagement or more commitment or whatever. But that hasn't happened here. So work to something else. Always be trying to improve and grow yourself for you. Make an awesome playlist. Yeah. I personally found pop songs amazingly helpful because they're just fun and kind of silly and they just kind of help you to get in that cheerful mood. However, some pop songs, particularly, all genres of songs, sometimes they're a little bit too critical of your ex in a way that I actually think is unhelpful for you. Even if you feel like my ex deserves me to be singing these particular lyrics about how awful they were to me, sometimes that's actually becomes unhelpful. Even though it may feel like you're getting out of your system, sometimes it's actually just building up bitterness and resentment in you. It's not really called for. It doesn't say great things about you to be talking about people like that. So if you are going to sing these songs and enjoy them, which I think is really good to do, just be self-aware about what you're actually saying and don't take it too seriously. Introduce change into your life. Don't continue with exactly the same structure, doing exactly the same thing as you were before, because it will just be a constant reminder of things you used to do with that person or a time in your life when you were with that person. So introduce change. Go through your wardrobe. Classic, dye your hair, cut your hair. I can't think of anything else to do that you do with your hair. No. Dye or cut it, or both. There you go, that's the third option, both. And lastly is to show love to other people, because when you're with someone, you know, you can get romantic, you can get cutesy and often be giving them affirmation and receiving affirmation and affection, and it's very, very cute and all very lovely. So it can be quite a shock to go from that to, oh, I don't have a one designated person to do this to. So do it to your friends, write cute notes and messages to them telling them how much you love them, give them hugs, buy them chocolate. You don't need one designated romantic person in your life to justify being affectionate and loving to others. So just because they're now gone, find someone else. I'm sure your friends would really appreciate it. And they might buy you chocolate too, and that is just a win-win. Now the last thing I'm going to end on is my ring. Now I wear this ring every single day, and I got it for a few reasons. I got it when I became single, and I just decided that I wanted a nice ring, and I was like, well, you know, I haven't got a lovely boyfriend to buy me a nice ring, so I'm going to go buy myself a nice ring. Why not? And I wear it every day, and I just enjoy it as a sign that I can do these things for myself, and that's really good. But also it's a sign that I'm single, but I'm not single, because I'm actually in a relationship with Jesus. And that's really cool. Jesus has shown me amazing sacrificial love. We talk all the time. He's amazing. I love him a lot. He loves me a lot. And this is just a nice sign, a nice reminder of that whenever I feel, you know, if I ever feel just a bit lonely or a bit like, oh, I really like to get married, but currently I'm not, then I just get to remember that, oh, actually, I still have someone that I'm investing in and is investing in me. And that's really good. And even though I've had this for about a year and a half, actually recently I thought of a new meaning for it, which I really like. And it's just that I just think this ring is so pretty. And sometimes I just look at it and enjoy it. And I was thinking about how I am in a relationship with God. And that means that, you know, he's effectively proposed to me and I've accepted the proposal. And I think this ring is really nice, but it's not a very expensive ring. It was about 14 quid. Imagine the ring that God would get me if he was gonna show his love for me in a ring. Oh my goodness. Wow. But obviously it doesn't just apply to me. If he was gonna get you a ring, oh, so about to say bling bling, and I just can't do it. I just can't do it. So I hope you have liked this video and found it helpful. Don't forget to like this video if you liked it, comment any comments you have about other tips for getting over a breakup or a person, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in another video. Bye!